it's time for another trip. This is a short distance one. It's only about an hour and a half away, up in Brunswick, Maine at Thomas Point Beach, which is a commercial campground on the ocean. It's different in that you go and pay and then you just park someplace. There's wooded areas, there's field areas, there's areas very close to the beach. And you just weave between the trees and park. There's no designated camping spots anywhere. And it's really some hookups, but most of it is not. But this one is different because we are going to the MaineFolk Folk Festival. It happens once a year, and this year it's July 4th to July 7th. We're going up on the 3rd. We have an early arrival Thursday to Monday morning. Lots of bands. It's an extremely well-run venue. We've been to their bluegrass festivals, we've been to their reggae festival, and you can bring your family, you can let your kids run loose and not worry about them. They're very strict as far as anything that might be a little nefarious. They've got a lot of staff walking around, keeping track of things, and it's a real family sort of thing, and you really don't have to concern yourself with a whole lot of stuff going on that could be undesirable or dangerous. So it's the type of thing where we like to travel and we like to camp, but we just don't care to go camping, and that's it. You know, I live on a lake in Maine, so going someplace in the woods, which is where I am, on a lake in Maine, isn't a big deal. So normally we travel sometimes long distances, 5, 6, 7, 8,000 miles at a time over a period of several weeks or months. And we just move on, see new sights, see new terrain, and parks and presidential libraries, you name it. We've got a map over there with just a few of the things that we've done in every one of the continental states and several Canadian provinces. But this is different. We get to go camping, but the camping has a purpose. So you're going camping, but there's music. So it's not just camping and living in the woods and cooking on the campfire. There's music going all evening, part of the day and all evening, and a lot of what they call field picking. Just the people who are camping there who play and sing. So it's very interesting. And it's a good thing to do once in a year. So, tomorrow morning, we're out of here. Well, Joyce, what are you doing?
I'm reading my book.
You're reading your book. It's time for a little dinner. A treat for us hot dogs. We never have them, but it's definitely camping food, and it is the 4th of July. Yeah, we are here. We are here early, a day early, because we bought they call it the early bird pass. Come here a day early, get a better camping spot maybe, and just do an extra day of camping. It doesn't cost that much more to do that. But we are here at the Thomas Point Beach MaineFolk Folk Festival. They call it MaineFolk Folk Festival. We're here from Thursday the 4th. Probably leave, the festivities end Sunday night, so we'll leave Monday morning. Go back home. Home is only about an hour and a half away. And we've never been to the folk festival here before. We've been to the bluegrass festivals a lot. I mean, for decades, but not consistently. And we came to our first reggae festival last year, which was very good, but the music kind of sounded the same after a while. Well, I guess people would say that about bluegrass too, right? So this is a folk festival. It's not as high end, but there'll be a little bit of variety, everything from Western music to folk music to a little bit of bluegrass. I see one of the bands.
Well, hopefully that's true.
Yeah.
This is the first time we've been, so.
We've been here, yeah. We've never camped over on this side of the park, though. They've designated for this area a certain area that we park on this side, and I must say that it is probably the best camping we've ever done here. There's the marsh over there, and if you were to follow it out there would be the ocean. Because Thomas Point Beach is a beach on the Atlantic Ocean in Brunswick, Maine. So, shall we eat, Joyce?
Yeah.
Okay. This is so strange. These are all the vendors all along there. Food, clothes, jewelry, you name it. There's the stage. The first band of the first full day is getting ready to play for 4 p.m. And see that red and blue chair down there? Or red and blue. Those are for Joyce and I. And here is the audience area. This is so different from what I'm used to with the other festivals we've come to, the bluegrass and even the reggae. We'll see. We might end up with nearly a private show. By the way, that's Jim Croce, that's not the band. Well, it's early in the morning here at Thomas Point Beach. I've made some coffee, and once it was done perking, we poured it. I let it perk a long time, so it's pretty good. Yeah. I know what you're thinking. What's with the pink or the red plastic cups, right? We travel all over the country, so probably I should have like some clay cup that was thrown and fired by Navajo Indians someplace. But nope, these are dollar store specials. They're stainless steel inside, plastic on the outside, and tapered at the bottom. So what does that mean? Well, they're stainless steel, and they're semi-insulated, so you can hold on to it, hardly feel the warmth. They're tapered at the bottom, so they fit in my cup holder in the truck also, and it has a wide handle for my wide hand. They work well. Well, last night we went over to the pre-show because we're here a day early. They let you buy a Friday through Sunday ticket, but you can buy a day earlier as part of the package and come here and get a good campsite. We met a guy yesterday who had arrived on Tuesday, so 3 days early. But we went over to the venue last night, which is kind of a pre-show, just meant for people who got here early. There were about 20 people in the audience, and they had a band that, you know, I don't want to complain, but it was rambling. The guy had written all the group. It was a band with horns and bass and piano and everything, and they had written their own music, and they kind of get on a riff, and they do it over and over again, and they do a variation on the same thing over and over again. So each song lasted about 10 or 15 minutes. Before they finished their set, we got up and left. There was one more band coming up, and we just came back to the campsite. It was later in the evening anyway. The festivities don't start today, the official day that it starts, until about noon. And then it goes into mid-evening, like 9, 10 o'clock at night. The last band will probably do their last set. They seem to have a pretty good lineup. Like a lot of these places, I really don't know many of them, but the posters look good, and from what I've heard from a couple of people here, it's good singers. Being a folk festival, you know, it can be anything from real folk music to, you know, right up through bluegrass. So we have a variety of bands that they fall under the folk category, I guess, which is good. It gives you a little bit of variety. Now, Thomas Point Beach is a huge venue. They have hundreds of areas where you can camp. We're restricted to a small section of it because this isn't a large music festival. But we've been here for the Bluegrass Festival, which occurs on Labor Day weekend, and it is big. You're packed in, and they open up acres and acres for camping, and then there are a lot more people who just come for the day. And the good thing about it is that you never feel like you're not safe or that something surprising is going to happen. The music is good, the staff is good, they're all over the place. They have fairly strict rules, but nothing restrictive, just that normal stuff that you don't not want to happen. You know, there's no drinking in the area where the music is. Everyone has chairs, and you can sit your chair in the grass area and leave it. And when you come back the next day, there it is. There might be someone sitting in it, but that's understood. You just say, these are our chairs, we want to sit down now. They get up and go find some others if there are any. But that's a really well-run festival. We went to the reggae festival last year also, which was not my cup of tea, so I won't be going again. But we did some good camping. And that wasn't as big, but it was equally well-run. Of course, the largest vendor there was the bong salesman, and pot permeated the air, which, you know, to each his own, but it was different. You know, bluegrass, reggae might get a little bit different crowd. This folk festival, we have yet to see what it's going to be, but we are hopeful. Right now, my daughter and her husband and the 2 grandbabies are on their way here to spend the day with us because they only live about 30 minutes away. And they're about to arrive soon, and we're looking forward to that. So maybe I'll put a couple clips of them in here too at some point. So looking forward to a good day. I hope you have one too.
I found a brush. Oh, okay.
Mom, hey, Mom.
This is so strange. These are all the vendors all along there. Food, clothes, jewelry, you name it. There's the stage. The first band of the first full day is getting ready to play for 4 p.m. And see that red and blue chair down there? Or red and, yeah, blue. for Joyce and I. And here is the audience area. This is so different from what I'm used to with the other festivals we've come to, the bluegrass and even the reggae. We might end up with nearly a private show. By the way, that's Jim Croce, that's not the band. The music will start in 10 minutes on the first full day. It's about 4 in the afternoon. This is the audience sitting in the front of me. I've walked around the campground and I've counted max 20 or 25 campers. On the TV over there is the lineup. I'm going to clap really hard for these guys.
Everywhere.